Hello everyone, and thank you so much for 700 subscribers. And also thank you so much for adding all the questions into the comment section. And let's begin.
How did you come up with your channel? How did you come up with the idea of Splatoon mod?
To be honest, when I was coming up with the idea of starting Gmod Animations, I planned to put a lot of effort and story into it, but as they turned out with some of them in my past, it turned out to be 50-50 of what I exactly wanted it to be. Some of my animations I'm actually disappointed in, but I plan to get better into the future.
Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5?
I'm more into Xbox, so I'm gonna go for the Xbox Series X.
What makes you a good YouTuber? Why do you use Swagmaster's voice in your videos? Can I be in your video?
Also, really? This question right here? Why do you use Swagmaster's voice? Okay, everybody, sorry for this, but let's go back to 1997 where Microsoft SAM was first invented. Microsoft SAM was invented first in 1997. SMG4 did not use the Microsoft SAM audio voice for Swagmaster and his Guards and Retards video until most likely, I believe 2014 or 2015. So, at least 20 years later, he started to use it. So, it is not Swagmaster's voice audio, it's Microsoft SAM. So please stop assuming it's always Swagmaster when clearly it's not Swagmaster most of the time. And also, I do not add random people in my videos, so no.
What are your future goals?
Actually be a giant YouTuber on the platform, and I also plan to have a good fan base, and I might as well continue doing gaming content and also animation content on my YouTube channel, and most likely stick with that for a long time, maybe.
How long do you play Splatoon per day?
Sometimes play Splatoon. I actually do not have the second Splatoon game, I only have the first on the Wii U, basically.
Do you wanna be friends with me?
Maybe, maybe not.
What is your favorite game? Can I be in your video?
I do not have a favorite game. I do not add random people in my YouTube videos, so no.
How long have you been doing YouTube so far?
Doing YouTube for at least 3 years now. It's about to be my 4th year. And basically in the next week and 2 days, it's actually going to turn into 4 years because I've been on YouTube since July 18th, 2016.
You use Gacha Life?
Never used Gacha Life, and I never will, because when I looked at the platform, it looks very uninteresting to me, and when I seen huge amounts of people make videos on it, I shake my head no, and I'm not into Gacha Life content at all, so I would never use that platform ever in my life. And if people plan to make fan art of my character in Gacha Life, to be honest, I most likely wouldn't accept it because I'm not a Gacha Life person and I never will be. So, sorry.
Inside or outside?
Be an inside person.
What's your favorite game? How long have you been doing YT? Out of all of your exes, which one was your favorite? What made you begin YT? Who's your favorite meme animal?
I have a favorite game. I've been doing YouTube for nearly 4 years now. That other question you just asked me is highly personal, so I'm not going to say it. But what made me begin YouTube was the fact is I was interested in gaming, and I wanted to play games. But at the time when I was doing games, it wasn't doing as much success as I wanted to. So I decided to change my content up a bit, and that eventually got people to attack me for no apparent reason years ago. And then eventually, by mid 2019, I started animating, and it started off a bit strong, but then eventually, when I looked at it, I shake my head no and kind of got disappointed on the early animations I was working on, because basically when any kind of animator, like Source Filmmaker animator or Gmod animator, is starting, by the time when they start animating, it's not gonna look the best as how they wanted it, because they're extremely new to animation, or they're probably transferring their type of animation from like a drawing animation to a different kind of system. That's the kind of thing that I had. So by the start of mid 2019, that's when I started animating. You should thank my good friend Bruce Brush for it. So he was the one that actually started. Shoutouts to him, by the way. I'm not really a huge fan of meme animals, but to be fair, the only thing I like the most out of all animals will most likely be Kermit the Frog. So
Kermit the Frog here, back at it again with another Krispy Kreme video.
High five. Hug. Favorite Splatoon weapon?
first off, this is not towards everyone, it's towards the Video Jugos. Have you not
Watched the cancel 600 sub Q&A announcement?
when you start asking your questions, please do not ask me for hugs, because for a while now, I've been making posters of characters that have been wanting hugs from me, and I would have to start making your characters from scratch on my end, and that puts huge amounts of pressure on me. So basically, if you guys ask me for hugs, I will not answer that hug question except for the other additional questions you may have asked me. I told people not to ask questions about high fives and hugs because that puts pressures on me, and I most likely will not have the kind of Splatoon add-ons or Gmod to actually make your character together, because that puts extreme pressure on me, and I do not want to go through that. So your first and second question is going to be automatically skipped. But your third question right here, I actually do not have a favorite Splatoon weapon, even though I play Splatoon a lot. I do not have a favorite weapon.
Do you actually like playing the piano?
I actually do enjoy playing piano. Let me tell you guys a little history about the piano thing. So before I was actually into piano, my father gave me and my little brother a clarinet when I was 5 and he was 3 years old. We were planning on to try some instruments. Like, he actually wanted us to try an instrument to see which ones we'd be comfortable with. So he gave us the clarinet first, and then when we tried it for like a few years, it didn't work out for us. And then later on, he actually tried to teach us guitar when I was 10 and my brother was 7, and we tried for like a few more years, and then that didn't end up well either. So later on, when I turned 13 or 14, I actually started playing piano for like a few years. The first song I ever played was actually the Star Wars, the Imperial March song. That actually was a pretty good song for Star Wars, and I actually enjoyed the orchestra being played in the background of that perfectly designed song. So that was the first song I actually played on the piano. And instead of me just actually playing that, I'll show you a clip of me actually playing piano real quick.
Do you think you will get to 1K subs before the end of the year? Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Honest about me getting 1,000 subs before the end of the year. By the time when I looked at the subscriber count of how many subscribers, like when the date I actually reached that many subscribers. So if you guys didn't know, I actually reached 700 subscribers on the 4th of July, and that is actually a pretty rare thing to happen on a holiday. So since I landed that on a holiday, when I went to check back on the video, apparently when I had 400 subscribers, it took me 5 months just to get to 600. By the time when I had 600, it took me 4 months to get to where I'm at right now. So my guess is I'm most likely gonna reach 1,000 subscribers, most likely either early or mid of next year. Oh, Gabe, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either.
How do you feel when you don't get enough of what you expect to get?
Be a little upset, not like crying upset, a bit angry mood upset. That's basically it.
What ideas do you have for your future? Wanna be in a poster I'm gonna make?
to answer your first question, I also had some other additional ideas that I plan to actually do. So by the time when I make enough money, I actually plan to fly to Germany for a while and most likely stay there if I actually feel comfortable living over in Germany. The reason why I actually want to move to Germany is because my father has been there for like 4 years, because my grandfather on my dad's side has actually is a United States veteran, and he's been stationed there for 4 years, and that's how long my father and his older brother have been living there. And they told me they had a good time over there, and I actually want to see what it was like in Germany, and also some other personal reasons, just to see some other friends that I've met on Discord. I was planning to see if I could actually try to meet them in Germany as well.
What if we do a duet?
Be a perfect idea, but the thing is, we would have to get the recommended kind of recording system and other kind of instruments that we want to play, and also the type of computer system for music that we also need. That's technically recommended as well, so it's most likely going to be a challenge for me and you to actually do a duet, Agent 8.
Would you rather have an elephant-sized rabbit or a rabbit-sized elephant? Favorite moment from SMG4? Terraria or Minecraft? Do you ever want to act like CJ from San Andreas?
To be honest with you, Robert, a while ago, when me and my brother were always trying to get in my mom's car, like a couple of times before, we actually did try to act like CJ in stealing cars, like grabbing each other out of the car and like we're taking the front seat. Basically something like that in the actual game. So, most of the time I actually want to act like CJ.
What part of a kid's movie completely scares you?
I honestly do not know any part of a kid's movie that actually scared me, because when I saw like a bunch of kids movies, none of them actually properly scared me except for Spider-Verse, so I'm gonna have to say Spider-Verse. Okay, those last two questions there, I actually know who that person is, so those questions are actually highly personal, so I'm gonna answer them personally in a different kind of matter, but not through here. That's all the questions I received, guys. Thank you so much for asking me the questions that you guys have. Leave a like, subscribe. I'm still working on that one video, Happy and Weird Adventure episode 2. That is still currently in the works, but on my end, I'm actually completely finished. I'm just waiting for Gabe360 to actually finish up editing on his end, because me and him are still technically working together. So stay on tune for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.